Good morning, everybody. I am out solo in Oklahoma today for a kayak hunt. Drew and Chase had to head out a couple days ago, and I've been scouting around hard. I was expecting birds to show up on the thaw, which it's been highs in the high 40s the last couple days. I'm expecting a bunch of birds to start rolling back up from the south. We've had south winds, but that has just not happened. There's been barely any ducks around, so I've been scouting mornings and evenings and quail hunting during the middle of the day, and finally yesterday evening I found a decent number of birds. There was 30 or 40 sitting right in this deadfall timber. It's a little, there's a deep channel out there, which is why it stayed open, and then there's these shallow flats off the side of it. It looked like there was quite a bit of birds dabbling in here. Some of them were just sitting up on the deadfall timber loafing. So I came in here expecting for it to be a pretty strong first light flight, and unfortunately it seems to be a roost. I flushed right about 30 or 40 birds out of here when I paddled in. So not sure how this one's gonna go, but got to give it the old college try. Figured maybe some of those birds will trickle back in here. Maybe I'll be able to traffic some new birds in that are migrating back up north, because it seems like that's just now starting to happen. But got Leroy back here. He's jacked up. He's enjoyed quail hunting, but I don't think it does it for him quite like waterfowl. So about to get tucked into the layout blind here. Stay tuned. Hopefully we get on them. Well, first shots I've heard out here since I've been down here. Might help me out this morning though, because I am not seeing anything flying yet. Seems like those birds that were roosted in here headed somewhere else. So hopefully those guys back there will push some birds around. Oh, that one's gonna die. No, 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 kennel. Leroy, no, no, kennel. Dang it, I didn't see if that one fell out there. It looked like it was going down though. Shh, kennel. What is up with you and the break-in recently? Nice little flock of gadwall, 3-pack, I guess, not a flock. They did it pretty nice. No wind is making it tough though. Sit. Oh gosh. There we go, first duck of the morning. Nice little drake gadwall there. Should not have taken that third shot there, just too far, 45, maybe even pushing 50, but it looked like that bird was dying. Feet were hanging and it was headed out just past that point of frag there. So I'm gonna take Leroy on a walk. Hopefully this ice is thick enough for us to walk on top of it and see if we can't track that one down. A few more ducks flying out here. Oh gosh, are they gonna go into the spread? Right in. Nope, nope. Come on, Leroy. Well, that's what I get for taking a long shot I shouldn't have. All right, Leroy, dead bird. Dead bird, hunt, Leroy. You got it? Good boy, Leroy. Hey, good boy. Come on, Leroy. Leroy, here. You find it, Leroy? Hey, good boy. Good boy. Man, I can't tell y'all how many ducks I would have lost this season without my dog. Oh. Well, that makes me feel better. Man, third or fourth volley those guys have ripped off like that. I haven't seen any ducks come from that direction yet. This no wind is killing me. Just need a breath of wind to get them to work right. Oh, here we go. Sit. Well, take that all day. I'm gonna try to just let it float right here in front before I send the black dog, especially with the problems he's had with breaking last couple hunts. Make him be steady here for a minute. Sit. Leroy. Good boy. All right, leave it. All right, go kennel. Good boy, Leroy. Good boy, way to be steady. Go kennel. Another beautiful little Drake Gadwall there. Not sure if he was the young one in the group or what, but the other 5 were definitely gonna take another pass, and he dropped right on out, so gotta take that on a day like this. Set. Leroy. Oh gosh. Ugh. I wish you would take it just a little easier on some of these retrieves. Ran straight through that ice shelf and straight through that log. Another little young Drake Gadwall, looks like. What you got, bud? All right, leave it. Yep. First year Drake Gadwall. Tiny little bird there. Just starting to get his colors fully. Just a tiny hint of that rust on the wing. Worked like a Gadwall though. Came over a couple times, looked like he was gonna pitch in down there once, and then finally did it. Oh yeah. Ringers. Sit. 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 Quiet. Didn't mean to Scotch double there, but not gonna complain. Man, I think that Drake dove. Diving ringneck is a bad deal. Leroy! Damn Drake dove on me. Oh, hopefully he'll pop back up. Good boy. Come here. Hey, here. Leave it. Not seeing any sign of that Drake ringneck. Knew I should have put another cleanup shot in him. He was right here and dove. I mean, odds are he went out to the deep water, but when they know they're being chased, they get real sneaky. They'll just stick just the tip of their bill right out of the water to get a breath of air and then dive right back under and go down or up another 50 yards. So I think I'm gonna get Leroy into this clump of cattails. Could have swam into those and be tucked up in there. Let him work that, and then if he doesn't pull it out, I'll paddle down and see if maybe he swam way on down, because the current is flowing this way. So odds are if he dove here and went out, he probably would have gone down. But I want to check this first, just because this is the closest thick cover. Oh, what are these here? Oh, of course. Oh. Now that I got my 6, the pintails start working. Unfortunately, it's looking like that Drake ringneck is going to be my first lost bird in a while. Paddled all the way down to the end of this channel, no sign of him down there. I already sent Leroy through this little cattail patch. He didn't get birdie at all. I did get a free decoy out of the paddle. Someone lost a couple decoys up and down this channel, it looks like. But yeah, I don't know where that ringneck went to. I should have just kept shooting until his head was down instead of hopping out of the kayak and trying to walk over and get a closer cleanup shot on him. Them ringnecks, once they start diving, they are a tough bird to get on. One last thing before I sign off here, I want to highlight why this spot is open and why it's holding ducks. This is a creek inflow into a big lake. You can just about see the open water out there, but it's frozen for about a half mile out here. You know, all the marsh is frozen here, and you just have this long stream of open water. So there's a creek that comes out of that, out of the woods back there. It dumps into the lake. There's 3 or 4 of these around this lake, and I pinned all of them on Onyx before I came down here, because when you're going into a freeze or coming out of a freeze, these are going to be the last things to freeze and the first things to thaw out, because it's deep and there's a lot of flow going through it. And then also, with it being a creek, you know, it's going to flush a decent bit of food down. So I think that's why the ducks were dabbling in here on these little flats. You have seeds getting pushed down, you have invertebrates, all that sort of stuff. So just a really cool spot, and definitely something that I think if you key in on during a freeze thaw cycle, you can find a lot of ducks on these little creeks. But that's all I got for this one. Here's the birds for the day. 3 Drake gadwalls, hen gadwall, hen ringneck, and of course the lost Drake ringneck, unfortunately. Still an incredible day out here. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate if you click that subscribe button. If you have any questions about the hunt, leave it in the comment section down below. Hope everybody out there is staying safe. God bless, and thanks for watching.